Hello everyone, this is KID and the Man bringing you all another leaked figure review of the Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection Lost Galaxy Green Ranger. Now I have posted a picture of me receiving this particular figure on both my Instagram and Twitter of the same name, KID and the Man, so if you would like to be updated on what I'm up to, do give those accounts a follow. We're going to be taking a closer look at this figure while I let you know how I came about it. So without further ado, let's take a look at Damon. Now I got this figure from the dealer who sold me the Wild Force Blue Ranger. Apparently, he knows a certain Chinaman in China and was able to order some and bring them here in Malaysia. He told me about this 2 weeks ago, and when it arrived, I immediately paid him what I owed. First things first, I gotta let you know that the particular green on this figure is slightly a bit different as what the camera is showing. It's actually a little bit more bright green than the teal emerald-ish color that you're seeing right now. Now the sculpting of the helmet looks amazing. Hasbro really did capture the Condor look on this particular figure. The helmet of the figure is actually molded in green plastic with some silver, red and black paint nicely applied. If I had to take a guess, the silver of the visor was painted on first and then the black paint was later applied. Which is why if you look at it from the side, you can see that the black isn't filling up the entirety of the visor. The sculpting of the helmet is good, as you can see the nostrils on that particular Condor beak. Not only that, you also do have the antenna, why does a Condor have antenna, on the particular helmet nicely painted in silver. And last but not least, you can see that there are some panel lines along the molding of the helmet. Now it's been a while since I've seen Lost Galaxy, but if this is accurate to the show, Hasbro really did a very good job. They even painted the red eyes perfectly along the sculpt of the helmet. The mouth plate of the figure is nicely molded on with some nice silver paint. However, due to the sculpt of the mouth plate, I can see how they might have some difficulty in painting the silver on it. Seeing as how the mouth plate is molded, they would have to tweak their machine to accurately paint on the silver. Just like the previous Lost Galaxy Rangers that came before Damon, the torso of the figure is molded in white plastic, allowing Hasbro to accurately apply the green paint along the collar of the figure. You also get a nice zigzag effect look on the abs of the figure. If you were to look closely enough, or if you were to bend his back backwards, you can see that the black lines are painted inside of the figure, which makes him quite consistent with the other two Lost Galaxy Rangers. A fair warning though, the paint on this particular white plastic is prone to chipping, so do be careful if you want to pose him in dynamic poses. As you can see from my copy, it already has a tiny little chip. The arms of the figure are molded in a nice green plastic, with the zigzag lines painted nicely on the cuffs. The logo of the belt buckle is consistent with the rest of the team, and it has a nice shiny gold paint to it. As for the saber holster, it's nicely painted and sculpted on as well. You got your standard Lightning Collection thighs, and the white boots with the black zigzag lines. Again, these zigzag lines are also prone to paint chipping. He comes with weapon holding hands, a fist, signature posing hand, the Quasar Saber in holster mode, the Quasar Saber in extended mode, the Trans Dagger in blast mode, a new not safe for work effect piece, and his head. His Quasar Saber in holster mode is nicely sculpted and painted on. It's actually using the exact same mold as the holstered Quasar Sabers that we've seen before, and you can also see his Condor logo nicely printed on. As for the Quasar Saber itself, you can find that the quality is still the same, with some nice shiny gold and silver paint applied. Although if I were to take a closer look at the tip of the blade, I can see that some of the gold paint has chipped off, so do be careful on that because you might get it as well. But it's nothing that a gold Gundam marker cannot fix. You can also see the Condor logo here too, along with the Gingaman symbol. As for the Trans Dagger in shooting mode, it's an entirely new weapon. It's nicely sculpted with the intricate details at the middle of the blaster, and this time you will notice that there are no paint discrepancies. Taking a closer look, Hasbro has painted the inside of the particular blaster in gold first, and then applied the green later on. Sadly though, it is actually molded in grey plastic, and it's not actually painted in silver or white. As for the not safe for work effect piece, it looks pretty good. I'm fairly confident that this particular effect piece is a new mold as well, but if I'm wrong, please do correct me on that. To put the effect piece in, the only thing you need to do is to line them up and pack those two holes. As for Damon's civilian head, it looks pretty good. This is by far one of the best head molds that I've seen in the Lightning Collection. Hasbro did a good job in capturing Damon's looks in action figure form, and since his character doesn't have hair, you could say that they did capture the head sculpt perfectly. Although, if you look at the head too long, it does kinda look like Keegan-Michael Key from Key and Peele. But that's just me. As always, in every Lightning Collection review fashion, here's a comparison. As far as helmet sculpting goes for the Lost Galaxy Lightning Collection, their helmet sculpting is consistent, with all of the intricate details molded on. As for the Gigaman logo or the belt buckles, the single-release Lost Galaxy Rangers all have the shiny gold paint. The Red Ranger that came with the 2-pack along with Psycho Red does have the dull gold paint. In case you didn't notice, for the specific logos on the specific Quasar Sabers, they are painted differently. In the show, they are actually raised molds, and seeing as these particular accessories are actually quite small, it would be unreasonable to expect Hasbro to make these Quasar Sabers as show accurate as possible. Seeing as these Quasar Sabers are actually quite tiny, it would be difficult for them to make these animals raised as seen in the show, which is why we get a various difference in paint on them to accurately depict them in action figure form. Last but not least, comparing the two different trans daggers, you can see that Hasbro has improved in their paint application. As we can see from the Cosmo Claw, Hasbro has painted the blue and gold separately, which in turn slightly makes it lacking. But if we look at the blaster, since they use a different technique to paint it, if the green doesn't cover the entire molding itself, you still have some nice shiny gold paint to look at. So this makes it, in my opinion, an improvement. I am kinda looking forward to how we're gonna get the other weapons though. Here he is next to the leaked Wild Force Blue Ranger, the Figurized Standard Tada Joel, a Halloween Special Monster, a Dino Fury basic figure, the Legacy Collection Zordon, and Decade. So all in all, this figure is pretty awesome. You get a new mold of the Trans Dagger with a possibly new mold effect piece, a very good civilian head sculpt, and possibly a new signature posing hand. If you're a big fan of Lost Galaxy or just want to complete every single Lightning Collection figure, you should really pick this guy up once it's available in your stores though. It's coming pretty soon, so happy hunting. In the meantime, how does he look on a shelf? So if you like this video, take that Trans Dagger and blast that like button, leave a comment down below, let me know if you are looking forward to getting this set on your own, share this video with your friends and family to give them a preview of what they are gonna get, stay tuned to the end to see his dynamic poses, and feel free to subscribe as I plan to make something special for Adam the Black Ranger. So stay tuned for that. This is KID and the Man, and I'll see you all next time.